Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got some important news today for those of you who are relying on the state pension. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, has just announced a £750 payment boost coming in March 2025 for millions of pensioners across the UK. This is a significant development, and it's going to make a real difference for many people, but it's crucial to understand the details of how it works, who qualifies, and what you need to do to make sure you don't miss out on this payment. In this video, I'll explain everything you need to know about this £750 payment boost, so if you're eligible, you can take full advantage of it. First of all, let's talk about why this payment boost is happening. As many of you know, living costs have been steadily increasing over the last few years. Inflation is making it harder for many people, particularly pensioners, to make ends meet. Rising energy prices, higher food costs, and other living expenses are becoming more of a burden. Pensioners often live on fixed incomes, which means they don't have the flexibility to cope with rising prices the way younger workers might. So, the government has decided to step in and provide some additional support. The £750 payment boost is designed to help pensioners cover these increasing costs and ensure that they can maintain a reasonable standard of living in these difficult times. The DWP announced that the £750 payment will be issued automatically to eligible pensioners in March 2025. This is fantastic news for anyone who qualifies because you won't have to go through a lengthy application process or jump through hoops to receive the payment. It will simply be added to your regular state pension payment for the month. However, not everyone will be eligible for the £750. So it's important to understand the criteria and make sure you qualify before you start planning how to spend that extra cash. So, who qualifies for this £750 payment boost? Well, first and foremost, you need to be receiving the state pension. This could be the basic state pension or the new state pension, depending on your personal circumstances and how many national insurance contributions you've made throughout your life. If you're already receiving state pension payments, you are one step closer to being eligible. However, it doesn't stop there. The government is specifically targeting pensioners who are on low incomes, so in order to be eligible for the £750, you will also need to be receiving additional benefits that are meant to help people who are struggling financially. This could include benefits like pension credit, which is specifically designed for those who have low income in retirement, or universal credit, which may apply to some pensioners who still need additional support. Pension credit is a really important one to focus on here. If you're not already claiming it, it's time to look into it. Many pensioners don't claim pension credit either because they don't think they're eligible or because they don't know about it. But if you're receiving a state pension and you have a low income, there's a good chance you could qualify. By applying for pension credit, not only will you be able to boost your income, but you'll also put yourself in line for the £750 boost. In fact, some people who receive pension credit might find that this boost makes a huge difference in their monthly budget. Now, let's talk about the specifics of how much the £750 payment boost will be. This is a one-off payment, meaning that it will be paid just once in March 2025. The £750 will be added to your normal state pension payment for that month, and it will appear automatically if you're eligible. This is not a permanent increase to your regular payments, it's just a one-time payment to help pensioners out in the short term. But make no mistake, that £750 could make a real difference. For many pensioners, it's enough to cover extra expenses like higher energy bills or the rising costs of groceries, so it's a welcome relief. So, now you know about the £750 payment, how do you make sure you get it? Well, it all comes down to whether you meet the eligibility requirements. The first step is to make sure you're claiming all the benefits you're entitled to, especially pension credit. If you're not receiving it yet, you should absolutely look into applying. It's really easy to apply for pension credit online, or you can give the pension credit helpline a call. Even if you're unsure whether you qualify, it's worth finding out because it could make a big difference to your finances. You'll also want to double-check that you're up to date with your national insurance contributions because, as we know, these play a role in determining your eligibility for the state pension. Another key part of the eligibility criteria is age. As of March 2025, anyone aged 66 or older will likely qualify for this £750 payment boost, but there's always a chance that this could change, depending on the exact guidelines the DWP puts out. So, if you're near the state pension age or just approaching it, keep a close eye on any announcements to make sure you know whether you'll be included. Also, remember that you don't have to do anything extra to receive the boost once you're eligible. The DWP will automatically send you the £750 as part of your regular pension payment, so you won't need to apply for it separately. If you're eligible, it will show up in March 2025, and that's it. As for the payment itself, the £750 will be deposited into the same account where you normally receive your state pension. You should expect it to appear around the same time as your regular payment. If, for some reason, you don't see the £750 or if there's any issue with the payment, you'll need to get in touch with the DWP right away. They will be able to clarify things and ensure that you receive what you're entitled to. Let's take a moment to talk about why this payment is so significant. The financial pressures on pensioners in the UK have been growing steadily. The cost of living has increased in recent years, with energy prices soaring and everyday essentials becoming more expensive. For many pensioners, this can feel overwhelming, especially if they are living on a fixed income and aren't able to adjust their budgets the way younger people might. This £750 boost is a temporary measure, but it will still provide relief for many people who are struggling to keep up with these rising costs. Whether it's helping to cover the higher costs of gas and electricity or simply providing extra room in the budget for groceries, that £750 will make a big impact. It's also important to remember that this is just one step in the government's ongoing efforts to support pensioners and those on low incomes. The government has been making moves to address the increasing financial pressures facing older citizens, and this payment boost is part of a larger trend of initiatives designed to help people who may be struggling. While we don't know if there will be more similar boosts in the future, it's clear that the government recognizes the importance of supporting pensioners, and this £750 is a positive sign of that commitment. However, this is still a one-off payment, so it's important not to rely on it as a permanent solution. Pensioners should still continue to explore all their options for increasing their income, including applying for pension credit, checking if they qualify for any other benefits, and taking steps to manage their living costs. That way, they can stay financially secure in the long term, even when the £750 boost is a thing of the past. In conclusion, the £750 payment boost is a positive step for pensioners, especially those who are struggling with the rising cost of living. If you're eligible, this payment could provide some much-needed financial relief, and it's a good idea to make sure you're receiving all the benefits you're entitled to. If you haven't yet applied for pension credit, now is the time to do so. It could help ensure that you're part of the group that will receive this £750 boost in March 2025. Remember, this payment is automatic if you qualify, so there's no need for extra paperwork or applications once you're in the system. Keep an eye on the official announcements from the Department for Work and Pensions, and make sure you're on track to get the support you need. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you found this information helpful. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest financial news and updates. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and stay financially savvy.